Hi everybody. Excuse me, it is Dory. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am coming at you with my 124-week vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery update. I wrote down some things so that way I can keep track of what I'm saying. I definitely have squirrel moments on this channel. If you guys are new, anyone, welcome to my channel. This is a channel where I have updates. I try to do weekly. Sometimes I do more than once a week of my weight loss journey. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a weight loss surgery, on September 12th, 2016 in Hartford, Connecticut with Dr. Darren Tischler. My highest weight ever recorded was 350 pounds. The day of surgery, I was 300.5. The lowest I have seen is 169.6, which was several months ago, probably 4 months ago. And when I came at you, let's see, a couple of videos back, I think it was my 122nd of update. And I was saying how I had done my portion sizes down. I had, instead of just food prepping, I was portioning them out, and that was working for me. And at that point, I had some regain. And so at that point of that video, I was down to 172. I was so thrilled. I was excited. That was probably the beginning of January. I had just got back from seeing my husband in San Antonio, Texas. He graduated from basic military training for the United States Air Force. And so I was feeling great. I was feeling wonderful. I went down to 172. My lowest was back in reach. The 169.6. I really want to be 160. That is my goal. I am already almost 2.5 years out. I will be 2.5 years out exactly on March 12th. And then a course of events took place from that point on. You can go back and see my other videos, but I basically had some hospitalizations. I went to the emergency room thinking I was having a stroke. I was diagnosed with having complicated migraines with aura. It's very scary. I don't know when it's going to happen. And as a bariatric patient, gosh, it looks like half my head's gone because of the sun, sorry. But as a bariatric patient, that's really scary because I take NSAIDs, and we're really not supposed to take NSAIDs. So I take a Prilosec anytime I need to take the NSAIDs, and that has been great. My surgeon's office, my primary care physician, and my physician's assistant within that office has said that that would be great. And so that's what I've maintained to do anytime I need to be on NSAIDs for any period of time. I had broken my butt bone, for lack of a simpler term, when I fell down the stairs probably about a year ago. That is pretty much all done, but during that time I did have to stay on some NSAIDs. So over the course, the last couple weeks, yeah, actually tomorrow will be 20 days. So almost 3 weeks ago is when I got rushed in by ambulance that I called to take me in when I thought I was having a stroke. So go back and watch that video. That will kind of give you where I'm at with the migraines. There's certain things that tip them off that I'm going to have a migraine. Certain things, if the light is very bright. At church yesterday, I felt like I was going to have one. And luckily, I keep Excedrin migraine on me and one Prilosec, 2 Excedrin migraines. And I really don't have a choice at this point. I don't want to have a full-fledged memory loss attack, which is what I've had before. When I got rushed in, I slur my speech and I have a memory loss. It doesn't last long, but I don't want anybody to have to witness that, especially my young children. So I keep that on me. And yesterday while I was at church, I realized after the fact that the lighting was extremely bright. They put in new lights, and they are extremely bright. So I have to refill my purse with the Excedrin migraine and Prilosec for the next time in case anything happens wherever I am. But I took those and then I felt better. But I did also pack in my purse sunglasses. I'm just going to have to wear sunglasses while I'm there. And then shortly thereafter, I had an episode where I thought I was having, that I had discovered a hernia in my stomach, or in my stomach muscle wall. And come to find out, I actually just it's very painful, but tore my stomach muscle and sprained it or strained it. And so now I just finished my 2 weeks of meloxicam and, of course, my Prilosec. Every day I had to take a meloxicam. And I should also say that after getting rushed in for my migraine, they discovered I had sinusitis really bad behind my ear here. Tons of fluid. Always felt like I had a sinus, something going on. And so they gave me 875 milligrams of amoxicillin twice a day. And so I ended that about a week ago. And then I started the meloxicam for the pain and the inflammation in my stomach. I feel like I'm fine now. I would not be able to go to the gym and start sit-ups or anything like that. I really need to start small, maybe some yoga, some strengthening my core, at a very, very minimal level. And so after the antibiotics, I decided to start taking a probiotic every day, which I do. And I started drinking only a quarter of a bottle of kombucha daily for the added probiotic benefits, just to help my flora and fauna. So the last time I came at you, as I said, I was 172. And then all of this happened within the last almost 3 weeks. And I have gained 10 pounds. Very disheartening, very, very sad. Like, I feel sad about it. I'm not weighing myself every day. I do weigh myself just on Monday because Monday is my update day. So I'm stuck at 182.4. So it's actually a 10 pound 0.4 gain. I do have my cycle, my monthly cycle. So I'm really hoping that the next day or so that I do drop some of this water weight or whatever it is. Along with changing some of my diet. I actually realized what I was doing wrong, which I'll explain in a minute. But definitely I'm hoping that after all the I'm done the meloxicam today. I took my last dose this morning. And so I'm just hoping that everything's out of my system shortly within the next couple of days, and that I'm just back to normal. So I do want to say one thing that I've noticed that I've been doing over the last couple of days, actually the last week, which I didn't really realize I was doing, and I don't know why. It's so good that we can assess ourselves as often as we want. So I got back recently into doing intermittent fasting. That is, I believe, key to a lot of my success. So I'll eat my last meal, like for instance, yesterday it was at 7 p.m., and I ended up eating just now. I ate at 11:30. It's about maybe noon. So I ate my meal at 11:30. So it's 16 and a half hours later. Today, I think I'm going to end my eating a little bit earlier and then eat a little bit earlier tomorrow. I'm going to see. But one success I had was eating my 2 meals a day only, intermittent fasting, having 2 meals per day and eating those meals at the same time. So I'm thinking what's probably best for my family to kind of coincide, because I have 4 small children at home. All of them eat something different. I know as a parent, I always said I would never make different meals than the per child, but my son is on the autism spectrum. He is 7. And so for him, he has sensory issues and he does not eat most things. So peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, he'll eat 2 or 4 of those per day with cheese, with yogurt, um, something like that on the side, or he'll have the macaroni and cheese that are shaped macaroni and cheese, which because the consistency is different than the regular elbows. And the other 3 girls basically eat the same thing. One might want a different soup than the other. One might just be in the mood for cereal one night, which is fine. But anyhow, so what works for my family, I think, they're in school Monday through Friday. So it's easy for me to drop them off at school, go run errands, not really think about food, and then eat about 11, between 11 and 12, and then eat again between 3 and 4. And I think be done by 4. So that'll give me a bigger window of eating. And then I may push it off between 5 and 6 to eat. But it doesn't matter. Whatever's going to work. I'm going to figure it out. But the 2 meals a day is going to do better for me. Here's why. Over the course, now, if you guys, anybody is new, this will be news to you. But all of you guys who have followed me for a very long time know that I log into MyFitnessPal religiously every day. Even if I'm eating Hershey Kisses till the cows come home, I put them in there. So I am very diligent about MyFitnessPal. And I believe MyFitnessPal is Dory's, no apostrophe, Dory's Journey VSG, I think. I'm going to put it below after I go check when I'm done this video. And so basically, I put everything in there. And what I've noticed over the last, I think a week, it's probably been longer, is that I'm eating all day long. Whereas I should have in the morning, when I have a coffee, I put it under breakfast. When I have my first meal, I put it under lunch. My second meal, put it under dinner and be done with it. I have, it looks like I ate all of that in one sitting the way I put it in, but I haven't. So like, I don't know, say I have the shrimp that I made and I did a video on that. So it's only 100 calories. So say I had the shrimp with the butter and then I was done. And then 2 hours later, I came back and I figured, oh, let me have some more shrimp. And I'd have some more shrimp and some more butter. And then a little while later, maybe I'd have some taco meat. And then a little while later after that, maybe I'm going to have a yogurt. And then a little while later, so underneath, you guys can go back and look at yesterday and the day before. It's crazy. It looks like I ate it all in one thing. Okay, so I think that definitely is contributing to the extra weight gain as well. So getting back into intermittent fasting and only 2 meals a day, I think is really what's going to help me to get back on track. Now, we're always, I don't know if anybody's new out of surgery or just about to have surgery, you'll get this. But basically, for us who have been around, a year and a half, 2.5 years, whatever or more, basically we are like guinea pigs for ourselves. We figure out what works, we go back and do it, and that's fine. So for me, the intermittent fasting worked, and I'm going to go back to that in 2 meals a day. So I'll give you an example of my meal today. It's going to appear under lunch, all in one lump chunk. And so basically I had yesterday I had made some chicken strips that were just fried and put into like some spices and fried and then baked. And so I had that, and then I had a serving of my taco meat that I also have a video for. I had 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I had a whole avocado. And I had a serving of shredded cheese, and I had 2 tortillas. So out of that it came up to 858 calories, and it had 33 grams of carbs, 59 fat, and 60 protein. But the thing about it is that although it's going all under lunch just for the accountability reasons and not in case I forget how to log it or whatever, that actually I was not able to finish that. So half of that is what I finished, and I'm going to eat the half the other half later. So in actuality, after I have my coffee and the creamer, the heavy cream, and the, this stuff that's logged in there, and then the kombucha, I had a quarter of a bottle of it. And if I have a yogurt for the extra protein or whatever, I'm only going to hit maybe 1,000 calories, maybe 1,100, which is fine. That's fine. I have 1,300 programmed in as my goal. But I'm kind of tweaking it. I'm tweaking it as I go, figuring out what works for me and what doesn't. But instead of logging into 2 meals, I logged it into 1 lump chunk meal, and then half of it is still actually in the container, in one of my Snapware containers in my microwave. And so I'm going to see how today goes. Today is a definite random day of just doing the 2 meals. Now, later on, we always go Monday nights to the local base, and we go to the USO, and they give us dinner and everything for the kids and I or whatever. But I'm not going to eat today there. Sometimes I don't eat. I just serve the kids or whatever because, excuse me, I think I'll wait till I get home from there to eat today, or I'll eat before I go. We usually go pretty early, we get there about 4:45 or so. So that's that about the food part. That's what I'm kind of going to concentrate on. Another thing that may have been contributing lately to the weight gain is something I've noticed. And if you guys have noticed it with yourselves, especially the women, please let me know below, because my hair, I just got out of the shower. Now my hair looks soft and full and everything's great. It's shiny. I have very thin hair anyways. On top it's thin. But what you can't see is, and I can see it in my mirror, but basically it looks like it's greasy back here, like as if I didn't wash out conditioner. I assure you I washed out all the conditioner. But I went and got new shampoo because I was noticing when I used the other shampoo, I think it was Pantene, it started doing the same thing to me, and it would make my hair a darker shade. I don't dye my hair or anything, and so it just made my hair like a darker shade, right? So I switched shampoos to Tresemme, breakage control or whatever. And whereas in the past that would be fine. It wouldn't have any issue. But now I go and I wash my hair and it comes out like as if it's dirty or it's greasy. I would say greasy, oily hair maybe. But anyways, I'm saying this because I'm thinking that maybe it has to do with my my hormones. I'm wondering even if some of this headache stuff isn't my hormones up on a roller coaster, up and down. Like when I'm going to get my cycle, they go up, they go down. And I should add, I actually have a IUD. It's not a copper one, it's a hormonal. So I have Mirena, a generic brand of Mirena, hormonal IUD. I don't have it for birth control because I'm 46 and my husband has been fixed since we got a surprise. He got fixed and then we got surprised with our 4-year-old. So he's been fixed for 5 years. And so, but I have it for the irregular bleeding that I've always had and always had to deal with. And so that's why we use it. And so the bleeding has been so much better. It's definitely doing its job. I've only had it in since, I want to say October. It could be September, beginning of October of last year. And so basically, I'm mentioning that because with the hormones shifting, maybe there's a correlation between that and feeling the oily hair or feeling just different in my body, up and down swings. I don't know. But it's something I'm definitely going to keep track of. It's something I'm definitely going to keep in the back of my mind. I'm going to mention it to my gynecologist when I see her again for my checkup. I'm going to mention it to my PCP as well. But I'm wondering if there's a fluctuation in the weight and the way that my body's processing things that has to do with my hormone changes. Yeah, so I don't know. That's kind of just a thing. But if any of you guys have experienced it, like you can even see right here, like it does look like, I mean, it could stick up by itself. That's not supposed to be like that. It's dry. I blow dry, blue dry it dry. And so who knows? But I do have I'm noticing a lot of stuck up hair. Must be all the little hairs growing. So anyhow, that's really my update this week. I did want to tell you guys two bit of good news. One, Mini-Me in Tennessee, Lisa, also known as Hot Southern Mess, finally posted an update video with her beautiful face in it, explaining to us where she's been. I'm excited. She didn't even need to do it in length or even tell us anything. I'm just excited that she showed her face, because I was convinced something happened to her and I was scared to death. I could not even sleep at night. And guys, it might be funny to some people, especially if you're new to my channel, but we bond in this community. This is a community really like none other. When we are going through something that someone else is going through, or someone's going through something that we have yet to go through, like, we really do live out the scripture about when one mourns, the others mourn. When we rejoice, we all rejoice. Like, we're a community. We are a bonded community. Some of us might not like each other. People might not like me. I don't know. But in any event, the real community, the weight loss community, bonds together, and we are friends. Even if all we ever do is see each other online, we are bonded friends. People can't understand us unless you've been through the things that we have been through. People think we're crazy or whatever, but they don't get us. But we get each other, and that's all really that matters. And so as far as Lisa being safe, I am thrilled. I lost sleep. I don't know, not weight. Maybe it would have been good if I would have lost weight, but I didn't lose weight over it. But in any event, so I'm really happy that she is safe. I am praying for her. She is going through a lot of depression and anxiety issues. I understand that because my daughter, who's 24, is actually, she has anxiety really bad. And so I definitely get the anxiety portion of it. So anyway, so I'm praying for her, but I'm thrilled that she's okay, that she's safe. The other thing that I wanted to mention, which I'm really excited about, is in May, my surgeon's office actually called me to do the May support group. They want me to share in front of the whole group, which is exciting. I'm really happy. My husband will be back from the military then. And so I'm going to put together a PowerPoint presentation for them, and insert pictures before, during, after. And so I'm really excited about that. That's something I don't, I'm up to 23 minutes of talking about weight loss and surgery and yada yada. And so I'm not one that doesn't like to talk about it, as you could see. So anyhow, so yes, so I'm going to do that in May. I'm excited. It's going to be, the topic of that one is actually their largest one, and it's called Ask the Doctor. And it's actually going to be my surgeon's partner. My surgeon was Dr. Tischler, and it's Dr. Papasavez, who is his partner, and they're both equally amazing at what they do. It's definitely an art for them. And so basically people are going to be there for the first time asking questions or whatever about the surgery. And so they expect about 100 people. So I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about yet. I'm not going to actually think about it yet. I'm going to wait until about a month prior and then get it all ready. And so, yeah. And so that's kind of it. That is it in a nutshell. I will let you guys know next week how it's all going. If I do any food hauls or pick up any food or make anything, something new that I've discovered, which I do see a lot of meat in my freezer that I can turn into some really good meals. I also have a pork belly that I bought from Trader Joe's, so I want to kind of fry that up and make that like very crispy, and so I'm going to kind of dabble in that at some point. I'm not sure when. I'm still getting through the rest of my taco meat that I made. I'm getting through the shrimp, and I'm getting through the meatballs. I had made meatballs the other day, and so I'm going to eat through that and then figure out what I'm going to prep next. So probably, today's Monday, probably by, I'd say Thursday, I should know what I'm prepping, and then do a video accordingly. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for the support. I have so many of you guys supporting me out there. I love it. I want to give a shout out to this one woman who is so sweet. I love her voice. I love the gentleness of her heart. She loves Jesus. And that is On My Way Down. And way is spelled W-E-I-G-H. And I just think, like, she has a great story. She lost weight, had this surgery and lost weight to give her son I think it was a kidney, I believe. And, you know, her son has a bunch of health challenges. She rolls with the punches, and she definitely could use some encouragement. Head over there if you do not follow her. She's amazing. But that's it for this week. I hope you guys have a good week. Bye.